get her up there on the bench.
You excited? Can you clap? Okay. How color should I gonna be? So excited.
Okay, go easy. Yeah, you get to take it home with you today. Here, let me put the sleeve on there real quick for your mom.
That's Lottie's leg. It's all yours. We get to take it home.
Remember how to do it? You roll it up. Get that going. I'll hold on to this. Yeah. Roll that all the way up. Good girl. Make sure it's up in the back. All right. Big overgrown elf. Come out here. Hey, come here.
You can't live your life in fear. You have to just be who you are, because the fear does not define you. You can't let it define you.
Allow them to do what they can do. Don't limit them just because of the potential that they might have a bad day. Let them be a kid.
When I was a baby, I was stuck. My hands were curled up like this, and Dr. Alicia fixed it. I'm really brave. It rocks to be brave. I can be on the swim team, and I can go on my belly, my back, and swim across the pool all by myself with no help. So different with the surgery. It's like in my own world without being stuck. Yeah.
I mean, you're proud of your kids no matter what they do, but to see her just doing something she loves.
I'm incredibly proud of myself because at the beginning it didn't feel like I'd be able to do any of the stuff that I'm able to do now. Dancing has always been a huge dream of mine, and I never thought it would become a reality. And I am very, very proud and thankful. I wouldn't do it any other way.
You got it.
You might feel like you're being beaten down just because you have a disability, but no, you come here and you meet some very wonderful people, and you grow a family and a bond, and it's something that you wouldn't trade for anything in the world.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of takes you over. He's surprising. He's magnificent.
He just has this spirit about him.
He's full of life.
Yeah. He's a great soul. He's a light. That's what he is.
Everybody knows John Michael. That's the best part. Like, I like to joke around and say I know a lot of people at Scottish Rite. John Michael knows everybody at Scottish Rite.
God wants him here for a reason. For all intents and purposes, he shouldn't be.
He is a miracle. I mean, but it's because of his support system.
He's more than you expect. He understands more than you expect. He gives more than you expect. He accomplishes more than you expect.
Don't set boundaries on them. Let them be who they're gonna be and let them blossom. Let them just flourish and grow and support that.
being in any type of disability, whatever situation it may be, you're bound to stand out. So I would say just use that as your advantage. Being around my big brother or my parents, they let me or allowed me to play sports. They even asked Scottish Rite if it's okay for me to play football or any sports in that matter. And of course, the doctor said, let him do whatever he wants.
You ready?
That's it!
How about me?
He's doing a good job. Did we do a good job?
I think you did better.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna give you 100 points for that one. And I'll give you 4.
4 out of 100? Oh, that's out of 10. Okay, so I get a 4 out of 10?
Yes.
That's not bad, I'll take it.
Ow.
Did you dance downstairs with Dr. Sakata?
Yeah, he's terrible.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Treasure Street 2020. I'm Mark Followell, television voice of the Dallas Mavericks and FC Dallas. And my wife Jennifer and I are thrilled to be honorary co-chairs of tonight's event.
This 25th year of Treasure Street is not the event any of us expected it to be. But 2020 has taught us all flexibility, adaptability, and creativity, all of which apply to a night that, while different, we know will be uniquely entertaining and inspiring.
Treasure Street is known as an amazing evening of connection and cuisine, where friendships and relationships with advocates and supporters of Scottish Rite for Children are strengthened year by year. While we can't entirely replicate that experience virtually, we will provide entertainment from the outstanding band Emerald City, and we'll meet and get to know some of the incredible patients and doctors at Scottish Rite.
99 years ago, Scottish Rite for Children opened, and over 300,000 children have walked through the door since. You will hear from a few of them tonight, and you'll learn about the life-changing treatment they're receiving, which wouldn't be possible without the dedication of every member of the staff and, of course, the generosity of supporters like all of you joining us tonight.
From the beginning in 1996, Treasure Street has raised over $17 million for the facility. And in this challenging year, $527,000 of our $1 million goal was already reached by a Labor Day weekend. That's pretty amazing considering the disruption we've all experienced over the last 6 months.
Mark and I have both been involved with Scottish Rite over the years, and we are thrilled you're able to join us tonight for this landmark event. We look forward to a wonderful evening honoring the amazing work of this incredible organization.
So let's make tonight a Treasure Street like none other. Enjoy all of the goodies in your Party Perk gift box, and let's celebrate the importance of friendship. It's time to strike up the band. Here's Emerald City.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go!
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Tried to choke you home, the love I steal away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day.
Emerald City, the best live band in all of North Texas. Hi, everyone. I'm Todd Whitthorne, along with my wife, Kathy. We are delighted to be the co-chairs of this year's 2020 Treasure Street. It's the premier fundraiser for this wonderful hospital in Dallas, Scottish Rite, which has been here for 99 years now. And this is the 25th anniversary of a wonderful event. But I would imagine that when we, and by we I mean my wife, agreed to do the co-chair duties about a year ago, you never anticipated this, did you?
No, we didn't anticipate that we would be coming to you virtually. We just anticipated a great night, but with a great night outside with lots and lots of people. But COVID did change all of that. So we are very excited, though, through the virtue of technology, to be able to join you in your homes virtually, and we're just going to have a wonderful night. We have so many great things planned.
The whole idea is this is a party for the next hour and a half. We're just going to celebrate, have some wonderful music, obviously, from Emerald City, but you're going to meet some wonderful patients, some great doctors, and hear some amazing stories of what the folks here at Scottish Rite do. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Before I forget, I want to make sure we thank Mark and Jennifer Followell for being the honorary co-chairs this year. We had not known exactly what the timing was going to work out. We thought maybe Mark would still be covering the Mavericks, but maybe next year that'll be a little further run in the playoffs. But thank you to Mark and Jennifer for doing that. And overall tonight, it's just going to be awesome. And there's really no better place to start than with the president and CEO of Scottish Rite, and that's Mr. Bob Walker. Bob, how are you, sir?
Oh, doing great.
I'm going to wave so we can be socially distanced.
We're more than 6 feet apart.
Exactly.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. I can't reach
down.
down.
There it is. Yeah.
So Bob, this is like your second or third year being associated with the hospital, right?
Well, just about. Yeah. I've been very blessed to be here 41 years. It's incredible. Just a tremendous organization, so many lives.
So a couple things that strike me. First and foremost, in 25 years, never has the weather been anything other than perfect. So once again, we're blessed.
You're exact. You could set your thermostat, and this would be ideal. And it's been that way every year for 25 years.
Just incredible. The other thing that I would love to hear your perspective on is the growth of Treasure Street and the impact on the children and on our community here.
Oh, God. You go back 25 years ago, and the first event was held in the hospital in our atrium and relatively small. I don't think anybody ever imagined it would grow to be really what it is today, the signature event of the hospital. But through that effort, many friends have been made, and then a lot of funds have been raised to support the work that's been here. So it has had a major impact on the hospital.
So I know a lot of the folks, and I believe we have millions of people watching right now, but a majority of those folks have been to Treasure Street in the past, so you're very familiar with the traditional, function. And as you mentioned, Bob, we're seeing some video here of the past events that are, really I consider, without question, the most enjoyable event of the year. It's usually about 1,000 or 1,100 people, and this year, obviously, because of the virus, we've been forced to go to Plan B. But I'm very excited about it because I think we're going to be able to introduce folks that maybe have never ever really had a chance to learn about this hospital. In fact, there's the folks right there. Stay on that shot if you would, guys. So that's on the far left. You see Dodge and Dee Carter, and then right in the middle, that's Dee's parents, and then over on the far right, those are Dodge's parents, and those are both the Carters. So the Carter families are really the ones that started this back in 1996. It has been, each and every year, as you mentioned, it's grown just a little bit each and every year. But it was really started because of the fact that Dodge and Dee had a daughter that was treated here at the hospital for a condition known as tuberous sclerosis, a very rare condition where actually benign tumors grow on vital organs. And it's extremely rare, but here at the hospital, I'm preaching to the choir, really good. And over the years, the money generated from Treasure Street has helped that clinic grow within the hospital. It's now a model around the world.
It is being used throughout the world as a model, and we've been blessed to have a great team here that provides care to these patients. But this support, again, has gone so far. I want to say really one thing. This night is going to be very special because the two of you are leading this. And we could not be here, really, with y'all's experience in broadcasting. Really, somebody's looking out for us. Nobody expected, as Kathy said, that we'd be doing this virtual this year. But we're going to be able to continue to reach so many people. And those that have been participating every year for 25 years, they're on that line tonight. And they'll be enjoying this event. So, your leadership has been outstanding, and we just really appreciate that.
It's an honor, right?
Oh, it's been a joy and an honor every step of the way.
Well, and you guys have helped us so much in many other things, but tonight is going to be very special because of you guys.
I'll say this, it's going to be very unique, right? Yeah. Because when we started planning for this was very pre-COVID. Yeah. And then we had to pivot, and if you're a Friends fan, you may remember Pivot. We pivoted, and we've been planning for months, literally, as to kind of what to expect, and the rules have changed along the way. But Bob, back to the hospital.
Yeah.
Explain to folks what this place is different. I can't, it's hard for me to articulate it, but it is different than any medical facility I've ever been in.
Well, we're blessed to treat children, and obviously that's a very special mission. But every staff member here, every volunteer here is totally dedicated to make sure that child gets the best possible care that they can get anywhere for the conditions we treat. And every day we want that child and that family to have the best experience they can. And so we focus on that daily, but that goes again beyond to our friends who support this event, who enable us to do the things we do. So I think, Todd, that mission and that commitment to that mission is really what makes it so special for us.
Dave,
is it my turn?
If you want to, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you were saying that you have, in the course of the 25 years, the hospital has raised over $17 million. Right. Correct. That's just incredible. And, there are a lot of ways to support Treasure Street other than donations. Right. So there's a great volunteer program with over 800 volunteers. There are other events that happen throughout the year, in addition to Treasure Street. And also, because of COVID, those events and the volunteer program have sort of been put on pause a little bit. But for anyone who's interested in pursuing that, any of those, helping out, the hospital would welcome you. You can go to treasurestreet.org and find out more about that if you're interested in volunteering.
So one of the interesting things that when you're asked to co-chair an event, and the wonderful staff here at the hospital have been amazing to work with, they said, kind of, what's your idea, what's your thought? And Bob, as you certainly know, and it wasn't in 96, it wasn't in the first year, but the second year in 97, I was asked to MC the event, and it was inside, and it was very tiny, and it was very, and I remember vividly, and as you know, the gentleman that held your position prior, J.C. Montgomery, I was introduced to him, and I'm a competitive guy, and I knew that had
you're competitive.
Yeah, you and I both know that.
Yeah.
We've done some races, right?
That's right. I recognize Todd from the back more than I do from the front.
That's not true. But this is a true story, and this is so important. I'll never forget this, is that I was introduced to J.C. Montgomery that night, and I knew they'd done an auction the year before, and I said, J.C., how much money did you guys raise last year? Because I want to raise more money this year. And he said, Todd, that's all well and good. That's awesome. I appreciate that. And raising some money would be fine. But what we really want to do tonight is to make friends. And he says, that's the way we've been successful over the years. When people learn about what we do here, who we are, then everything else takes care of itself. That was 25 years ago. And I will never forget that. And that is why the theme tonight is friendship, because that's what the folks here do. And if you're joining us for the first time and you've never really been exposed to this organization, I encourage you to come down when the time is right and get to know this place, because it's different.
It will return. I mean, there's no question. Let me just say, we can't wait till we get our volunteers back here at this campus and the Frisco campus.
Well, what I've learned over the past several months and over the past year is that this is a family. Scottish Rite is a family. It's a different place to work. It's a different place to be treated. It is truly a family. And when you come here, you become part of that family.
Absolutely. Bob, thank you so much for what
Appreciate
you do.
you guys. It's going to be a great evening.
Oh, it is already? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, and by the way, hopefully you're at home and you're enjoying your Party Perk gift box that we distributed on Monday and Tuesday of this week. And in fact, speaking of J.C. Montgomery and his lovely wife, Lark, that was them right there. Folks came by on Monday and Tuesday, and it was quite fun.
It We got to see all of our friends and those corn dogs. Let me tell you, they were amazing. I had only had one in my entire life, but our friends at A Corn Dog Without a Name, which is the name of the company, oh man, you have got to try these corn dogs. We had several in the car on the way home.
And then inside of your Party
good.
Perk gift box, you got all sorts of goodies. And then coming up just a few minutes, you're going to be able to meet some doctors, meet some patients, see some of the wonderful work that they're doing here. There's Dr. Rathjen, who you'll meet in just a few minutes, who is just instrumental. And that little girl, oh my goodness,
Riley.
That's Riley. You can't wait to introduce you to Riley, as well as the new North Campus in Frisco for Scottish Rite that's getting athletes back on the field. And there's Gabriel. You'll be meeting Gabriel in just a little while. So right now, though, we're going to take just a little time out, pause a little bit to enjoy the amazing talent of Emerald City. In fact, we're going to start with Lovely Day by the late, great Bill Withers. So enjoy your Party Pack gift box. Sit back, enjoy, make some friends, have some fun.
When I wake up in the morning, love, and the sunlight hits my eyes, it's something without warning, love, it's heavy on my mind. I just wanna look at you, and it's alright with me. Just wanna look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. Lies ahead of me, she's about to pull to the face, and someone else instead of me. She always know the way. They just wanna look at you, and it's alright with me. They just wanna look at you.
Emerald City, Lovely Day, and that's Dino on lead vocals. There's such an entertaining bunch. Everywhere they go, they make people smile.
I know, you just want to get up and dance. It's hard to stay seated when they're playing.
Yeah, but we're all wired in, so we can't move. It'd be dangerous.
Okay.
It'd be dangerous.
Oh, wow.
So you heard earlier, you know that here at Scottish Rite, they treat kids with a variety of conditions, and you're going to learn about that tonight. An amazingly talented staff, and it's really, truly hard to describe the difference in patient care that that you get to witness here. And there's Doogie Howser, who evidently is on the staff here at Scottish Rite. So,
well, there are many stories, too many to tell you about tonight, but one stands out to us. So we'd like to introduce you to one of our favorite patients, Riley.
So I first met Riley, it was over a year ago actually, and then we were really just working on stretching her legs. She wasn't doing any functional standing at that point or walking. So then she came back a few months ago. She's had subsequent surgeries, and we've really taken the focus on making sure that she can be sitting unsupported, and now she has a halo vest. So that added some weight to her, and then we transitioned that to getting her standing upright, getting some weight through her legs, and just teaching her how to, use her muscles to support herself and make her more independent. For Riley, it was all about finding things that motivate her.
Should we get Moana ready for us? Yeah. Is that what we're going to listen to today?
Yes.
Oh, right.
And then we discovered that she loves Moana. So when we were working on sitting and standing, we would play Moana songs, and she would get the opportunity to sing and dance, and she loved it. And then she almost kind of took the therapy into her own hands at that point. And she got way more comfortable with the music on and started doing swaying by herself, dancing, and little did she know that was great for her sitting balance, because all of a sudden she's comfortable sitting unsupported. My hands weren't on her. She was doing it all by herself.
Sing loud.
The power of Moana and singing these songs worked wonderfully for her. We could tell them what to do all the time, but it's not going to be the same, and we don't want to make therapy boring. That's not why we're here. So when they're enjoying it and they're participating and they kind of take it into their own hands, it's awesome.
Okay, Riley. I'm so happy that you did so good in our last visit. This was the best. Okay, you're going to do hard work.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye, Stephanie.
You're going to work on standing when you get home, right?
Pinky promise, pinky promise.
Pinky promise. Okay.
the power of Moana. That is so awesome. And again, just one of so many patients here at Scottish Rite. Joining us right now, and we're very fortunate to have Dr. Amy McIntosh, who is...
have a very amazing job. It's hard to explain to people what I do, but it's a wonderful opportunity. I get to just care for children and make their lives better and improve their function and help them lead their best life. It's amazing.
How do you feel when you meet a patient and from start and then to, you go through part of the process? It takes a long time sometimes to finish that.
Yes.
But what must that be like for you?
I think because it's what I do every day, it's like my normal. But then what I realize for the patients, for them, it is truly a life-changing experience, right? They've never found a place where they, can come and I say, yeah, there is a lot wrong, but we're gonna approach it, piece by piece. And I always say, and I promise you, I won't finish until I have you where you want to be, and you just lay it out for them. And it does. I mean, for Riley particularly, I met her when she was 2. And so, and she has a dwarfing condition, so she's very small, right? But she already had 90 degrees of scoliosis. Yes. Yeah. Here she is.
These are some updated shots.
Oh my God,
from the
look
time.
at her. I know. And so she needed 4 surgeries.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
But you can tell she's spunky, and I think spunkiness makes you heal faster. And so after this last surgery I did on her spine, she walked for the very first time. And so then her mom sent me video of her walking for the first time, and that's why I do, what I do.
So So the reality is, Dr. McIntosh trained at Michigan State, came here for her fellowship, and then you went back to this place called the Mayo Clinic, which is kind of world-renowned.
Yes.
But when given the opportunity of all the places, you're highly credentialed and amazingly talented, you wanted to come back here.
Right. So I always say Scottish Rite like played my loves against each other, right? Like I love the Mayo Clinic. But Scottish Rite is literally, it's like a little Mayo Clinic, but just for pediatric orthopedics. And I like couldn't give up that opportunity to do what my specialty is, which is pediatric orthopedics. And Mayo's wonderful. It is amazing if you've never been there, but it's truly like a destination center for adult care. Whereas Scottish Rite is just for pediatric orthopedics. And I'm a pediatric orthopedic surgeon. But imagine trying to explain to my mother why I'm leaving the Mayo Clinic to come to Dallas.
How did that conversation
go? Not well.
well.
She was like, Amy, I think you're making a mistake. I'm like, trust me, I am not making a mistake.
Has she come to visit Scottish Rite?
She has.
Oh,
she
good.
still thinks I'm making a mistake. But she's an adult, right? And
Yes.
so she doesn't understand the wonderful, wonderful place this is for children who have pediatric orthopedic problems.
So,
and I moved, 950 miles away.
That's why she thought it was a bad decision.
Yes.
So the reality, though, is that, when you think about Scottish Rite, you think about literally world-class orthopedic care, but there's multiple centers of excellence other than scoliosis and spine and tuberous sclerosis.
Yeah, so there's centers of excellence in spine, foot and clubfoot, hip, like hip dysplasia. There is limb deformities, so like if you need a limb lengthening, so there's a center of excellence for limb lengthening, center of excellence for hand, center of excellence for cerebral palsy, and center of excellence for sports medicine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously, Scottish Rite is an excellent orthopedic hospital for children, but there are so many other things that we can do for kids here.
And that
it's
was
a
the
great
other thing. Like I said, the Mayo Clinic does have a soul. It's a hospital that has a soul, but Scottish Rite has a soul too, and you can feel it when you enter the door.
Absolutely,
right?
100%.
When you enter the door, you automatically know that every person who works here or volunteers here truly has you as the patient and you as a family, your best interests at heart.
That's great.
Right?
Yeah.
And they will do almost whatever it takes for you to get what you need.
That's wonderful.
And that is an unusual thing
indeed.
in healthcare
Especially
today.
in healthcare.
in healthcare today.
Well, Dr. McIntosh, thank you so much
Yes.
for the work you do, continue to do. Awesome job with Riley.
It's a blessing.
Thank you.
It's a blessing to work
That's
here.
fantastic.
Thanks for having me.
Yes,
So just have a seat, just
Okay.
relax,
Yeah,
enjoy the
okay.
party. We're going to have a little more music in a second, but one of the things that we're going to focus on in just a second is really what's going on north of downtown here in Dallas. Is in the past couple of years, Scottish Rite has expanded. They have a campus now up in the Frisco area, and we're going to tell you a little more about that. But before we do, we're going to take a little musical break.
And Emerald City is going to play one of my favorite songs, Happy.
Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon in the outer space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm not alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm not alone if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm not alone.
Kathy, that Emerald City. Hey, if you have been up in the Frisco area recently, right off of the tollway in Lebanon, you have seen the new Scottish Rite campus. It's about 2 years old now. It's the Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center in Frisco. They treat all sorts of children and adolescent athletes and get them back on the field, onto the court, into the gym. Just like down here, they do some amazing work. And it is, again, a little bit different than what is happening here on the main campus. But to help us understand what they do up north is Dr. Henry Ellis, again, an incredibly talented sports specialist and surgeon. Dr. Ellis, welcome.
Appreciate you having me.
Do you guys have like a live band every day here at Scottish Rite?
Yeah, this is a routine Thursday night.
How are you doing? Welcome. Let's talk a little bit about what's happened in the past couple of years. I think you're in your sweet spot from everything I can tell.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. We really started this journey about building Frisco and what it was going to be and what we were going to provide the community. And I really have viewed it as the next generation of Scottish Rite. And, the history of Scottish Rite, we've always focused on, what can we do for the musculoskeletal injuries of kids? Starting off with polio back in the early 20th century. And now, really before COVID, the biggest epidemic we were seeing with our kids was youth sports injuries.
Sure.
And so because of that, I think we really grew to have now a facility that really treats and helps those young athletes stay healthy and treat their injuries when they have them.
That's awesome. I know we've got some of your patients to be able to highlight, and I know it was difficult to pick three because over the past several years, there's so many to pick from. But it is, many times when you think about sports medicine, you think about professional athletes, but this is important. Let's talk a little bit about Kataki if we can.
Yeah, well, Kataki she's a basketball player. You'll see this here with her brace on. I mean, she's just a natural. And, she came to Frisco because she had an ACL injury. And we've all heard about ACL injuries, but with youth sports these days, we're seeing them younger and younger. And Kataki had an ACL injury, and she was told that she was too young to have an ACL surgery. And so her options were to stay off of sports and wait until she was a little bit older and a little bit more mature before she could have the surgery and get back to playing basketball. But she came to the Frisco campus, and we looked at her, and that we have ways in which we can treat kids with open growth plates that have adult type of injuries. So, in Frisco, we've developed techniques in which we can treat ACL injuries in the very young. We hope to not see them, but when we do, we can treat them. And like Kataki, I mean, she's back playing, and she didn't miss a beat, and she didn't have to wait until she's fully grown to get back to playing what she loves to do.
You've got another athlete, Jack, I know, again, another example. You think about a lot of kids in their teens, it's kind of their identity. And Jack obviously is an outstanding, he's an elite soccer player. What was his situation?
I'll tell you, Jack came to us because he broke his wrist. And that's another aspect of the Frisco campus in which we now take care of youth injuries too. So, oftentimes, a kid falls and they hurt themselves, and we really want to take care of these fractures and these injuries without surgery oftentimes. And Jack broke his wrist, and he came to our fracture clinic, and we took care of it. He got back on the soccer field, and lo and behold, 6 months later, he developed a cartilage problem to his knee. A very complex cartilage problem called osteochondritis dissecans. Very few people take care of them, but fortunately, we were able to take care of Jack and treat his injury, and he's back playing soccer now too. So that's really what we focus on, is trying to get the athletes back playing if we can.
Awesome. And one more we want to kind of highlight, and you want to talk about an athlete, is young Lexi. She's a gymnast, and again, we were talking earlier a little bit off camera about the impact of COVID on athletes, and again, getting kids back in the gym is important.
I'll tell you what, it's important physically, it's just as important mentally for these kids. It's a little bit like going back to school. It's their identity, and they really need to be diverse. And I'll tell you, Lexi is just one of those athletes that she really pushes all of us. She pushes her surgical team, she pushes her therapist, and Lexi's a classic example that came to us for multiple problems. She's had multiple injuries. Fortunately, she's only need one surgery, but she's the kind of athlete, when I said, boy, I'm not sure we're going to get you back to playing, and she said, I'm going to get there. And really, another reason why she's back to doing what she loves to do is because of the physical therapy team that really focuses on these youth injuries. And so Lexi has some complex problems with her elbow and her knee, her wrist, But boy, because we have a physical therapist that really deals with these youth gymnasts, and they really understand these athletes, I was able to work with our therapist and really get Lexi, and she's back at competing at an extremely high level, looking for a scholarship right now.
That's awesome. So, I'm a big fan of culture, and the culture on this campus is very unique. I don't have to tell you that. But how in the world have you been able to transfer it up to Frisco so easily, so almost seamlessly?
Well, I think you guys said it earlier. It's the people. Just because you have a different facility, it's really the people inside it that really make the difference. And Scottish Rite is a family. I mean, whether you're a patient here or you work here or you volunteer here, we're all a family together. And it really, the Frisco campus shares that same message, and it's just all about getting the right people in the door to take the very best care of the kids that come through there, no matter what their needs are, and we really address them. And it's really creating the family environment that has really allowed us to maintain that same culture on the Frisco campus.
That's awesome. Before we go, I need to ask, you've got 2 kids, 10 and 13. How many sporting events do your 2 children have this weekend?
I'll tell you, I'm stuck in the game.
No.
I try to practice what I preach.
Just the number, Doc. What's the number?
Oh man, I think we got 10 or 11 this weekend. We got to balance life and family and sleep and diet and nutrition. So we're working on it.
No rest for the weary. Dr. Ellis, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Back to Emerald City. Here's my girl.
On a cloudy day, when it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, my girl, my girl, talking about the birds in the tree. Hey, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? My girl, my girl, my girl, talking about my girl, my girl.
My girl. That's just a preview, folks. Coming up, you're going to see something really special. Hey, so as you know, back in the middle of March, just about everybody on the planet, their world got turned upside down, and that the same happened here at the hospital. And COVID, all the rules and regulations that kept changing really impacted business here, actually. And so early on, it was down to about 10% of normal activity, but they gradually, because of the restrictions, they've eased a little bit. It's been back to work with some modifications, obviously, to be able to practice medicine in a friendly environment as it relates to the virus. So it's been a lot of kind of ebbing and flowing. Phenomenal job, and one of the gentlemen leading that is going to join us right now, and that's Dr. Carl Rathjen, who is, I got to tell you, one of the premier surgeons in the world, but just a fantastic human being. And Dr. Rathjen, you've brought with you one of your patients, Gabriel, and his mom, Emily. Welcome. Live broadcast. We're global right now. There's millions watching us, so don't be nervous, you guys. Dr. Rathjen, welcome.
Thanks, Mark and Kathy. And I want to echo Bob's comments about thanking y'all and the tremendous amount of work you've done. I told somebody early today, not to take anything away from the 26 other co-hosts of this event, but I don't think anybody has worked as hard and brought us such a unique skill set to this event. So you've blessed us with your time and your treasure, and particularly your talent, which is unbelievable. And so thank you all so much.
It's an unbelievable
really
honor,
fun.
and thank you.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your patient, Gabriel, and
Absolutely.
And our guests. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. We're going to take a little break here and see a little overview here of Gabriel. Actually, the control room is now thinking,
Yeah.
what is Todd doing? And to be honest, I have no
Maybe
clue.
Dr.
But
Rathjen can talk about
Dr. Rathjen, what do we see here with Gabriel?
So Gabriel has scoliosis and had 3 curves in his spine. He has a unique syndrome, and his upper curve, which is a little uncommon, progressed to the point where it needed surgery. And Mom, we started that plan for surgery how long ago?
I think it was October of last year.
And we were hurtling towards. I think you got sick in January.
He was sick in January. You had some surgeries in there.
And then we were looking for a date in March, and obviously we pivoted, as you said earlier, in March.
Pivot.
So the challenge then was really to keep him healthy through the COVID, so we could get to the surgery, because he's at a unique point in his growth spurt where he's growing so fast right now that 6 or 12 month delay could have made things even more difficult.
Hey, Gabriel, I saw that picture there, and it looked like you were taking a curveball to the opposite field. Are you a big baseball guy?
Yes, I am.
So let's talk a little bit about your experience here at the hospital. What's it been like for you?
It's been great. I like going here, and it's very good experience.
And getting you back in the field and back in action, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It's awesome.
Emily, as a mom, what are a couple really significant things, obviously other than your child getting the most excellent care possible, but what has been significant to you in your experience at Scottish Rite?
Like you stated, the care, first and foremost, has been wonderful. Also, for us not having the concern about insurance, about, prior authorizations, how are we going to pay for this? Can we have this test done because of the cost, or do we need to, not go ahead with that? None of those things are a worry here. When Dr. Rathjen says this is what we need to do, we can move forward with what we need to do without having to deal with all of those issues. So that is just invaluable.
And it probably gives you a lot of peace of mind as well.
Absolutely.
With all the other things you have in your mind and worrying about with your
Right.
child. So it's just one less thing.
Right. It lets me focus on him and what his needs are, and not everything else.
Yeah. Good.
So, Gabriel, I understand besides being a baseball fan, you're also a hockey fan, right? You're a Stars fan? We got pictures of you here at the AAC watching the Stars compete in the playoffs.
Yeah, that was the game where they went to the Cup Finals.
Speaking of the finals, what happened last night? Do you know? Can you explain that?
No.
Not so good.
Not go well.
That was a tough game. That was tough.
But it's a 7-game series, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, if who's your favorite player on the Stars?
Jamie Benn.
Jamie Benn. Interesting. Well, I'm glad you said that, Gabriel, because Kath, would you hold this?
Sure.
Look what we have here. We brought you a Stars jersey, and just coincidentally, It happens to have a name on the back of Jamie Benn.
Wow.
So, and the C on the front for captain. So as you know, they're up in Canada right now, and they're
Yeah.
down 2-1. But when they come back in a few days with the Stanley Cup, we're going to get Jamie Benn to sign this for you. Okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to find a way to make that happen. So
right.
you can wear it before then. But Dr. Ratchin, if you'll pass that over to Gabriel. Gabriel, we're proud of you, man.
Yeah.
You're doing
Absolutely.
great. And Emily, thank you so much for coming and sharing your story and letting folks know what it's like to be a parent of a patient here at Scottish Rite. Pretty cool, huh?
Absolutely. Thank you all.
And I think also there's a lot of hard work that goes in on the patient's part too, right?
Absolutely.
Rehab and just constantly when you don't feel like getting up and it's too painful, having to get up and do that work to follow up with whatever has been done to you, that's tough. That takes a lot of fortitude.
And Gabriel's actually had several operations here, and I tell you, he is a superstar and as tough as they come. And it's just he's a joy to take care of. And one of the things Dr. McIntosh was talking about earlier, one of the surgery is a team sport, and the therapist and the nurses and the team here at Scottish Rite is just unbelievable. It's that kind of family atmosphere, and it just makes it a lot of fun.
Awesome. Again, thank you guys for joining us. We're going to pivot a little bit here and talk about, the fact is that this is the 25th anniversary of Treasure Street, but it's the 99th year of the hospital, which obviously means next year, the 100th anniversary celebration, and you're smack dab in the middle of that planning, aren't you?
Absolutely. It's a really exciting time. In fact, we kind of always looked at this Treasure Street as a kind of kickoff for our centennial celebration. And it's just, the hospital was started 99 years ago by that man, W.B. Carroll. A group of Masons went to Dr. Carroll and said, these children with polio will pay for their care if you'll take care of them. And they eventually built the original hospital with the large wards that you see there. And then Dr. Carroll's son, Brandon, became the second chief of staff at the hospital. And in 1971, so almost 50 years ago, there's Brandon. Almost 50 years ago, we moved into the existing building. So it's hard to believe that building is now 50 years old. And then Brandon Carroll was succeeded as chairman and as chief of staff by Tony Herring. And Tony Herring and J.C. Montgomery really built this institution from a local treasure into an international, academic powerhouse, and we've been blessed with tremendous resources, and as Emily pointed out, the ability to take care of patients really regardless of their ability to pay. We have the largest training program for pediatric orthopedic fellows and have trained over 10% of all the fellows in North America, in the U.S. and Canada, and it's a phenomenal story. I always call it the best little hospital in Texas.
Well, as you certainly know, the growth and the amazing impact that the hospital has is because of so many of the people that are watching this broadcast tonight. And I know we're literally preaching to the choir. This Boundless campaign is going to be a big step for the hospital.
That's right.
Forward.
Well, as somebody said, you never let a 100th anniversary go to waste without a capital campaign. And so we have never had a capital campaign in 100 years at Scottish Rite, but we've been quietly at work. We've got these tremendous friends. We're very proud of what we do. I tell people I think that we are probably the foremost academic medical center in North Texas. If you look at the U.S. News and World Report ratings, we're constantly in the top 5. Really, the only other clinical program in the state of Texas is MD Anderson. And so those people who want to invest philanthropically in academic medicine, I think we're a great investment. And the Boundless campaign will give us an opportunity to let people invest in our patient care, in our research, or in our bricks and mortar, our capital campaign projects.
Awesome. Dr. Rostron, thank you so much for your work and the impact you're having. We appreciate it very much. And Emily and Gabriel, again, thank you for joining us. So that's the wrap up of the first half of tonight's party and celebration. we really truly want to thank you for the honor of being able to be a part of this, and thank you so much for your support, because it's your contributions that are making all of this possible. It really truly is making a big difference on the front lines. Again, if you have any interest in learning more about the hospital, you'd like to contribute, you can just go to treasurestreet.org. A lot of questions can be answered there, a lot of really cool stories and things. Also, you can pick up a very cool Spotify playlist that Emerald City has put together specifically for this event. Yeah. Pretty cool.
So everything that they are playing tonight is going to be included on that Spotify list. So you can listen to it as many times as you want. What I would like to do is take a moment to thank the amazing team here at Scottish Rite Hospital for Children that we had the privilege and the honor of working with. And again, as Dr. Rathjen said, it's a family, and so everybody contributes. But for our job, especially this year, it was Courtney and Ashley and Stephanie and McKay. And so just a wonderful group of people whose talent and gifts just naturally complement one another, and they are responsible for really putting this amazing night together. So we just want to say thank you to all of you.
Yeah, huge effort on behalf of a whole bunch of people, those four in particular, but so many others. We want to thank the Geronimo production team for helping us pull this off, because quite frankly, and you guys know this, these are unusual circumstances. So we've never done a virtual Treasure Street before, but now we can check that box, and hopefully maybe we won't have to ever do it again. And next year, the 100th anniversary will be one heck of a party, and we hope to be able to see you all in person and high five and really just celebrate. So
and hug again.
And hug again, like the old days.
Yeah.
So anyway, again, thank you so much. We've got about another 45 minutes planned with Emerald City. Phenomenal entertainment tonight. Again, thanks to Mark and Jennifer Followell. We'll see you next year. Happy 100th anniversary to celebrate. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you so much.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home. We flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet, feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. Come on, lock the way we rock it, so don't stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move where you already know, so just imagine. Hey, hey, come on now. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feeling good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. Ain't nobody leaving, so keep dancing. So just dance, 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 dance. Just dance, dance, dance. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. Don't need no reason, don't need control. I'm flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet, feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. Come on, lock the way we rock it, so don't stop. Under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move where you already know, so just imagine. Hey, hey, come on, got nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feeling good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. Ain't nobody leaving, so keep dancing. So just dance, 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 dance. So just dance, 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 dance. So just dance, 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 dance. Keep dancing. Come on, put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Come on, let me see y'all. Put the hands up, up. Hey, hey. I said yeah, yeah. Let me hear y'all say yeah, yeah. Said alright, alright. Said alright. Nothing I can see you when you dance, 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 dance. The sun creeping up on you, just dance, dance, dance. Ain't nobody can do but you dance, dance, dance. Ain't nobody leaving, so keep dancing. This feeling in my body. Got this feeling in my body. Wanna see y'all move your body. Got this feeling in my body. Got this feeling in my body. I can't stop the feeling. Got this feeling in my body. Oh, oh, oh.
How we all doing out here? Everybody feel good? Put your hands up. Let me hear you, girl. Bethany.
I'm coming up. Hey, 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 come on. I'm coming up. I want the world to know. Got to let it show. I'm coming up. I want the world to know. I got to let it show. Oh, there's a movie coming out, and I just have to live. And I just wanna give. I'm completely positive. I think this time around I am gonna do it like you never knew it. Oh, I'll make it through. This time is come for me to break out of my shell. And I have to shout that I am coming back. I'm coming up. I want the world to know. I got to let it show. Oh, I'm coming up. I want the world to know. I got to let it show. I'm coming. Want the world to know. Gotta let it show. I'm coming. I'm coming. Want the world to know. Gotta let it show.
All right, everybody clap your hands up. Come on, let's have some fun out there. Mr. Keith Anderson.
You got the rest of my love.
some Aretha Franklin music for you. Everybody at home, get up, let's party.
To the moon. Hey, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Look out! Pop, pop, it's showtime. Yo, Betsy's back again. Oh, they don't know? Oh, they don't know? I bet they knew as soon as we walk in. I'm wearing Cuban links, designer mix, and nigga was fine as shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself. Known to give the color red and blue. Oh, shoot. Dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. Too many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rock. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face. Take my coffee off and jacket. Keep up. Players only. Yo, put your pinky finger to the moon. Hey, yo, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Look out! Second verse for the children. The children, y'all little bitties and your little parents. Can I preach? Can I preach? I gotta show them how rare, get it in. First, take your tips, do your dip, spend that money like money ain't nothing. Way too fresh, got to blame it on Jesus. Hashtag blessed, they ain't ready for me. I'm a dangerous man with some money in my pocket. Keep up. Too many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up. Why you mad? Fix your face, send my coffee off and try to keep up. Players on there, yo, put your pinky finger to the moon. Hey, yo, what y'all trying to do? 24 karat magic in the air. Hey, yeah. Everywhere I go, to be like, everywhere I go, to be like, everywhere I go, to be like, yeah, watch him break it down like this.
Yeah, we'd like to welcome everybody out there. This is Emerald City. An honor being with you. Everybody. Oh, rock your body. Everybody. Rock your body, mind. Back, street, back, all right. Yeah, all right. Hands up in the air and wave around like you just don't care.
a real lady, ask for me. How you see? Slam your body down and wind it all around. Slam your body down and wind it all around. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Get with my friends. Last forever. Friendship never ends. If you wanna be my lover, you've got to give. It's so easy. That's the way it is. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta. Slam your body down and wind it all around. Slam your body down and wind it all around. Hey, 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 hey. Slam your body down and wind it all around. Slam your body down and sing ah. You're unbelievable.
How about that for the ladies out there? Again, we want to welcome everybody and thank you. Scottish Rite, we love you. Can we have everybody sing at home? Come on, sing. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I want to dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me.
Strikes upon me out, and the sun begins to fade. Still in the time to figure out how to chase my blues away. I've done alright up till now, the light of day that shows me how. So when the night falls, my loneliness calls. Come on, sing. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. I've been in love, y'all, and lost my senses, spinning through the town. Well, sooner or later the fever ends, and I wind up feeling down. I need a man who'll take a chance on a love that burns hot enough to last. So when the night falls, my lonely heart goes. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. All right, I need everybody's help. Even you at home, are you ready for this? Somebody, somebody, somebody who loves me. Yeah, somebody, somebody to hold me in his arms. Oh, I need a man who'll take a chance on a love that burns hot enough to last. So when the night falls, my lonely heart calls. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me.
Yeah, Melody singing for you. How we doing out here, everybody? Yeah, come on, clap your hands like this. Come on, clap. I say, Mr. Worldwide, T, you know the roof on fire. I got a boogie oogie, we're gonna wiggle and dance like the roof on fire. I'm gonna drink, take a shot like the roof on fire. And get, baby, get my boogie one on. a little bit nugget. I'm on fire. I said, baby, 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 I'm on fire. Baby, 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 I'm on fire. Oh. Come on, clap your hands. Playing the game. Bang, bang, boogie, want a little bit of nigga down, just that little shade. She's a little pat upon a booty and turned around and said, walk this way. I was born in a flame. Mama said that every girl would know my name. I'm the best that you never had. But if you think I'm burning, I'll never end. I'm on. Everybody, come on. I'm on. All the volunteers. I'm on fire. What you doing? Gotta do it like this, like this, like that. Come on, like this, move that. Move it up, move it up, move it up. Say, oh yeah. Say, oh yeah. I say, 6 years soon may break my bone, but I don't care what y'all say. After a turn, just gonna learn. She gon' care, she gon' play. I said the boys, the bottom of the mat. M-I-A-U-S-A. She's a little pat about her booty and I turned around and said, walk this way. I was born in a flame. Mama said that every girl would know my name. I'm the best you never had. But if you think I'm burning, I'll never end. I'm on. You sing one time. I'm on fire. Fire! Oh. Yeah, Mr. Worldwide. Mr. 305. Come on, Carter. Let's do it. We're taking it down. We're taking it down. All right, come on, y'all. Carter Dodge, bring it down. Get low. Get low. Get low. Like that. Bringing it back. 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 Fire! Yeah, Mr. Worldwide. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. We're bringing it back. I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back. Carter Dog, what you doing at home? Get up and start dancing. All right, everybody, how we doing? We're having some fun tonight, huh? Love it. For a great cause. We are honored. We are grateful. Thank you very much for having everyone say, take it back. Here's some old school. Here's some earth, wind, fire.
You remember the 21st night of September. Love was changing the minds of the tender while chasing the clouds away. Our voices ringing in the key that our souls are singing as we dance through the night. Remember that true love is here today. I want you all to sing with me tonight. Yeah, say that you remember dancing in September. Never was a cloudy day. Holding hands with your heart and see you as as we dance through the night. Remember, the true love is here today. Now December, down the love we shared in September. Only blue talking love. Remember, the true love is here today. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say you remember dancing in September. Never was a cloudy day. Hey, hey, yes. Oh, oh. Say you remember dancing in September. Never was a cloudy day. Hey, hey, yeah. There was ringing. Souls were singing. Do you remember every cloudy day? Y'all, somebody sing it back. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Yeah, yeah. Never was a cloudy day. Hey, hey, yes. Oh, oh. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Never was a cloudy day. Hey, hey, yeah. Everybody clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands like this. Everybody clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands. Say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Say, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now somebody. Anybody. Somebody scream. Let's go. We want to see you move. We want to see you groove. Let's do it. We're going to sing it one more time. You ready? Oh, oh. Say that you remember dancing in September. Never was a cloudy day. Hey, hey, yes. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Never was a cloudy day. Hey, hey, yes. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, Never was a cloudy day. Hey, hey, hey,
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a Hammer Bishop singing? AJ! How we doing, AJ? And Nicole, the newest members of Emerald City up here. How about a hand? Speaking of hand, how about a hand for all the kids? I mean, this is what makes it all worth it, being here tonight, being with you every year. The Dodge family, incredible people, the volunteers here. Yeah, I know folks at home can't see all the volunteers. Volunteers, you want to come up? Come over here. Can you come up here for a minute? I won't ask you to come on stage. Yeah, we want to see who you are. Come on. Everybody else supporting, all the support cast, I'd like you to come up here. Come on, line up right here. Right here, girls, come on. That's right, the Parade of Champions right here, come on. I love it. Yeah. Give me an elbow, there we go, give me an elbow. Oh, you got that elbow. I like it. How about a hand, the Parade of Champions right here. Everybody else, come on, everybody else involved. Come on up here. Carter, come on, bring all the friends. That's right. All right, everybody, clap your hands like this. Come on. I got a feeling, oh, that tonight gonna be a good night. That tonight gonna be a good night. That tonight gonna be a good That tonight gonna be a good night. Tonight gonna be a good, good. Let's go. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. We'll spend it up. Go out and smash it. Like oh my God. Jump off that sofa. Let's kick it. Oh.
I know that we'll have a ball. Get down and go out and just lose it all. I feel stressed out, I wanna let it go. Let's go way out, spaced out and losing all control.
Fill my cup, take Mazel tov. Look at him dancing.
Move it, move
just
it.
take it. I think the town will shut it down. On that roof, and then we'll do it again. Let's do it, do it, do it, do it. Let's do it, let's do it.
Let's do it up.
Do it, let's do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, let's do it. Do it, do it, do it. Here we come, here we go. We gonna rock, 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 rock. Easy come, easy go. Now we don't stop. Feel the shot, party rock, rock, we don't stop. Up and down, run around, around. Everybody say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Saturday, Sunday. Giggy, giggy, giggy with us. You know what they say. Party every day, party every day. I got a feeling that tonight gonna be a good night. That tonight gonna be a good night. Tonight gonna be a good, good night. That tonight gonna be a good night. Tonight gonna be a good night. Tonight gonna be good, good night. I got a feeling. Thank you very much. That is right. Volunteers, everybody that made this possible, incredible. Thank you very much. On behalf of Emerald City, we are honored, grateful. We never take anything for granted. Thank you very much. We mean that. On the drums from Philadelphia, give me a big ending. Johnny Lawson. Go, 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 go. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.